Imagine this. You've poured years of your life into building something, a career, a dream, a relationship. It becomes part of your identity, your pride, your purpose. Then, in a single moment, it vanishes. Maybe you lose your job, your relationship falls apart, or a cherished plan crumbles before your eyes. What happens next? Do you collapse under the weight of loss? Or do you find a quiet, unexpected strength rising within you? A sense that who you are was never defined by what you lost. That strength, that peace, is the power of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean apathy or coldness. What the ancient Stoics taught is far more profound. Detachment is about inner freedom. It's about being able to fully love, engage, and give yourself to something, while still holding the wisdom to let it go when the time comes. To remain whole, even when life takes something away. Today, we're diving into this life-changing principle, the Stoic Art of Detachment. A timeless teaching that can help you break free from the anxiety of clinging. And instead, anchor your peace in something far more stable, your inner self. The Stoics understood that most of our suffering doesn't come from the events themselves, but from our attachments to those events, our need to control them, our fear of losing them. Detachment, in Stoic philosophy, is not withdrawal, it is wisdom. It is the clarity to know what belongs to you, and what never did. It is the grace to hold without gripping, to enjoy without depending, and most importantly, to live without fear. Let's explore this deeper through 4 powerful chapters that reveal what detachment really means, why it's essential, and how you can begin to practice it every day. 1. Understanding detachment in Stoicism. The foundation of Stoic thought is simple, yet revolutionary. We cannot control the external world, only our inner world. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is where detachment begins. When we finally stop trying to control everything and everyone around us, we free ourselves from a burden we were never meant to carry. We stop resisting the flow of life and start mastering our response to it. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands by gripping it tightly. It slips through your fingers. But if you hold your hands open, gently, the water stays. The same is true of people, plans, and possessions. When we cling too tightly, we lose them. When we let go with love, they can stay, or go, and we remain at peace. Detachment isn't the absence of care. It's the presence of centeredness. It's the wisdom to love deeply without losing yourself in the process. And it begins by recognizing that our peace must never be at the mercy of unpredictable circumstances. 2. Why we attach, and why it hurts. At the heart of most emotional suffering lies one thing: attachment. We cling to success because we believe it validates our worth. We cling to relationships thinking they complete us. We cling to material things hoping they will bring security or happiness. But all of these are impermanent. Success fades, people change, possessions break, disappear, or lose their luster. The Stoics warned us, attachment to impermanent things is a recipe for constant sorrow. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Life's difficulties are not punishments, they are necessary trials for growth. When we lose something we've clung to, it's painful, but it also exposes where we've placed our sense of identity or happiness. That's the hidden gift of loss. It shows us where we've over-attached. We attach because we fear. We fear emptiness. We fear insignificance. We fear not being loved. But true freedom begins the moment we realize that nothing outside of us can truly complete us. Our peace is not dependent on external stability, it comes from within. We must ask ourselves, if I lose this thing or this person, who will I be? If the answer shakes us, it means our identity has fused too tightly with the external. Detachment helps us separate who we are from what we have. 3. Cultivating detachment. Stoic tools for daily life. So how do we practice detachment in real life? How do we loosen our grip on the things we fear losing? Here are 3 Stoic practices to help. 1. Negative visualization. This powerful Stoic technique involves imagining the loss of things we hold dear, not to scare ourselves, but to gain clarity and gratitude. By visualizing loss, we prepare our minds for change and remind ourselves not to take anything for granted. It deepens appreciation and reduces fear. Think about waking up each morning and asking yourself, what if today was the last time I experienced this? It sharpens presence and teaches humility. 2. Embrace impermanence. Everything is in flux. Life, relationships, achievements, all of it changes. When you accept this truth, you stop resisting it. You begin to see beauty in the present moment without trying to freeze it in time. Impermanence isn't something to mourn, it's what makes everything precious. Just as cherry blossoms are beautiful because they fall, moments are meaningful because they pass. 3. Strengthen self-control. Detachment is grounded in discipline. When you stop needing praise, approval, or constant comfort, you reclaim your power. Seneca wrote, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." You don't need to control others, or even outcomes. You only need to master your own responses. To build this discipline, reflect daily. Ask yourself, am I reacting from fear or from principle? Am I driven by craving or clarity? This kind of self-honesty becomes your compass. 4. Letting go of the fear of loss. Beneath every attachment lies fear. The fear of being alone. The fear of failure. The fear of losing what makes life feel meaningful. But the Stoics saw loss not as an enemy, but as a companion on the journey of growth. Accept the inevitable. Everything you love will eventually change. Nothing external is permanent. When you accept this, not as a sad truth, but as a natural one, you stop trying to resist the waves. You learn to surf them with grace. The more you accept change, the less power it has to shake you. Live fully in the present. Most of our anxiety comes not from what's happening now, but from what might happen later. The Stoics remind us, the present moment is all we ever truly have. Practice gratitude. Pay attention. Hold space for joy now, not someday. Give yourself to the moment fully, without needing to possess it. Reflect on mortality. Another powerful Stoic tool is memento mori. Remember that you will die. This isn't morbid, it's clarifying. It reminds us to treat each day as sacred, each moment as fragile. When you live with death in mind, you live more fully. You love more honestly. You hold less tightly. Detachment is not rejection, it is liberation. It allows you to show up fully without being ruled by fear. It allows you to love without dependency. to achieve without ego, and to live without clinging. You may not control what happens around you, but you always control how you respond. That is where your power lies. That is where peace begins. The world will change, people will come and go, but your calm, your clarity, your character, those are yours to keep. So I ask you now, what are you holding too tightly? What could you release today? Not in anger, but in freedom? What could you let go of to return to yourself? If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me in the comments, what are you learning to let go of? How has detachment helped you find peace? Let's grow this community of Stoic strength together. Remember, you are not what you hold on to. You are who you choose to be, when everything else falls away. Let go, and be free.